Once again, magandang gabi sa lahat at welcome sa ating klase ngayon. Ang atin pong topic ay isa sa ethical theories na pag-aaral natin sa ethics, which is utilitarianism. Kung nakita nyo dyan, ang utilitarianism, may quotation ako dyan na nilagay na happiness for the greatest number of people. Actually, itong quote na to, ito yung pinakasamari sa lahat o sa ethical theory na ito. Bakit ba? Titingnan natin sa mga susunod na slides. So ano ba ang utilitarianism? Ang utilitarianism daw is an ethical theory that argues for the goodness of pleasure and the determination of right behavior based on the usefulness of the action's consequences. Kung makikita natin dito sa definition na to, may mga words na importante dyan. Yung words na pleasure or goodness of pleasure. And then the determination of right behavior based on usefulness and then the action's consequences. Ang utilitarianism ay iba sa deontology kasi ang deontology, ang focus nila is right action and right intention. Pero dito po sa utilitarianism, nakadepende po ang usefulness, okay, or yung morality ng isang action doon po sa magandang consequences. So ang utilitarianism ay meron siyang tatlong elements. Ano bang elements na yon? Unang-una, ang utilitarianism ay consequentialism. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng consequentialism? Simple lang, na dapat yung moralidad ng isang action ay nakadepende doon sa magandang kinahinatnan, magandang result. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi nating consequentialism, result-oriented yan. Dapat ang action ay maganda ang result. Kung hindi maganda ang result ng action mo, then hindi siya moral kasi hindi siya useful, at makikita lamang natin yon kapag ang pinoproduce ng action ay nagbibigay ng pleasure or happiness. We need to remember that. Now, utilitarianism is also welfareism. Pag sinabi nating welfareism, the consequence of our action is considered as moral or morally relevant as long as it affects the welfare or well-being of persons. Kaya nga yung good consequence, which is consequentialism, is connected to welfareism kasi ang focus ng utilitarianism is the welfare of each person. Utilitarianism is also aggregationism. Pag sinabi nating aggregationism, mini-measure niya. Gaano ba kalakas yung effect ng welfare ng ating action o yung welfare na tinatawag doon sa karamihang or sa tao. So itong tatlo na to ay connected. Your actions can be good depending on its consequence. And that good consequence, we can only say that it is useful if it gives welfare to the people or the persons surround you, and we can only know it because we have to measure it. It depends how much or gaano katindi yung kanyang welfare na inaibibigay sa tao. Now, sabi ni Jeremy Bentham, he actually argues that our actions are governed by the two sovereign masters. Ito yung pleasure at saka yung pain. Bakit itong sovereign masters na ito ay napaka-importante sa kanyang idea? Kasi kung titingnan natin o balikan natin yung definition ng utilitarianism, makikita natin doon yung word na pleasure. Yung pleasure is actually the sign that our action is moral. Let's say for example, if you have a gun, okay? May gun ka. And then you went public, you went to the public and then you shoot one person or even many person as you can, then it does not give pleasure to the people. So, kaya sinabi dito, the principles of pleasure and pain refers to motivation of our actions as guided by our avoidance of pain and our desire for pleasure. Sino bang tao na gusto ng pain? Sino bang tao na gustong masaktan? Sino bang tao na hindi gustong maging masaya? So pleasure is good if and only if they produce more happiness than unhappiness. So for example, paano pag ako? Yung isang tao ay okay, pumunta sa public, nagdala siya ng gun, ang pleasure niya is to kill. Can we say that my action is moral because I enjoyed it? Okay, according to the utilitarian principle, no. Because what we are talking about pleasure here is not self-pleasure. According to the principle of utility, it states that the morally right action is the action that produces the most good. So sa principle of utility, dito natin makikita, ang action ko ba is useful or not? At paano siya naging useful? Kapag it produces the most good. So, utilitarian claims that the greatest pleasure over pain for the greatest number of people. So, one's actions and behavior are good inasmuch as they are directed toward the experience of the greatest number of people. The more people affected through that pleasure or happiness, the more we can say that the actions that we produce are moral. Now let's move on to the two models of utilitarianism. So si Jeremy Bentham ay meron siyang quantitative model. Yung quantitative model, ang tinitingnan dito ay yung quantity, di ba? At yung quantity ng model o pang-measure nito ay he called it philosophic calculus. Okay, ito yung ginamit niya na instrument in order to measure the quantity of pleasure. So, titingnan natin, sa kanyang quantitative model, okay, meron siyang 7 na nandito, okay? On how to measure yung pain at saka pleasure. Unang-una ay yung intensity. So, how strong is the pleasure or pain? How deep or superficial it is. Pag sinabi nating intensity, yung action ba natin na produce? Ano ba ang intensity na nabibigay nito? Mas malakas ba ang intensity ng pain or yung pleasure? Pangalawa, yung duration. Pag sinabi natin yung duration, how long will it last? So kung halimbawa ngayong araw lang, yung effect ay ngayong araw lang, therefore, it might not be a big deal. Okay? Pero kung halimbawa, ang effect nito is not temporary but permanent, then it is a big deal. Number 3 is certainty. How likely it is or is it to occur? Are you certain that your actions actually produce more pain or pleasure in that long period of time? The fourth one is propinquity. how soon will it occur? It will really happen or not? Number 5 is fecundity. How likely is the action to produce more pleasure? So, kung yung action ba natin is nagpo-produce ba talaga siya ng more pleasure or hindi? Then, 6 is purity. When it comes to purity, will the pleasure be mixed with pain? Para siyang oil at saka yung mantika at saka yung tubig. Kung inilagay, anong mas marami, yung mantika or yung tubig? How pure is pleasure? How pure is the pain? Dito titingnan natin kung saan ba talaga yung mas madami nito. Saan ba ang mas madami sa kanilang dalawa? And then the extent means how many people will be affected. Minsan 'di ba sa action natin, konti lang na apektuhan pero meron ding mga pangyayari na even the whole nations and the whole world is actually affected by it. So, ito yung pang-measure niya. Ito yon. Okay? Merong action X at saka action Y. So, titingnan natin sa kanila kung sino ang mas moral dito. So, yung intensity ng action X is 2. Ang intensity ng action Y is 4. Then, nandyan din yung duration, certainty, propinquity, fecundity, purity, and extent. Kung titingnan natin dito, if we summarize it, 22 ang total ng action X at saka ang action Y is 19. Therefore, according to Bentham, mas maganda yung result ng action ng 22. Therefore, it is more moral than action Y. Okay? So, ang philosophic calculus, it allows the evaluation of all actions and the resultant pleasure. Okay? This means that actions are evaluated on the single scale regardless preferences and values. In this sense, pleasure and pain can only quantitatively differ but not qualitatively. So, ang titingnan kasi ni Bentham is yung quantity. Quantity. Gaano ba ka rami? But, ang kulang dito is yung quality. Kalidad. Meron kasing time na madami, pero ang tanong dito, meron bang quality? Kaya nga pupunta tayo sa pangalawang model of utilitarianism. Yung qualitative model of John Stuart Mill. According to John Stuart Mill, he thinks that the principle of utility must distinguish pleasures qualitatively and not merely quantitatively. So, naniniwala si Mill na of course kailangan mas marami yung pleasure over pain. Pero yung pag-measure niya nito ay hindi lang doon sa quantity. Gaano ba kadami yung pleasure? He is interested with the quality of pleasure. Ano bang kalidad nito? So, in this idea, hindi sila parehas ni Jeremy Bentham. Quality ang tinitingnan niya. For Mill, utilitarianism cannot promote the kind of pleasure appropriate to the pigs or to any other animals. He thinks that there are higher intellectual and lower base pleasure. Meron daw higher intellectual at saka lower base. He was not interested with the lower base pleasure. He was interested with the higher base pleasure. Kasi meron daw mga pleasure, okay, na halimbawa, pinibigay niya dito yung nararamdaman ng pigs. Kung pinakain mo yung pigs, they're enjoying it. But the question is, Yung pleasure ba na yon ay higher quality or lower? We as moral agents, according to him, are capable of searching and desiring higher intellectual pleasure more than pigs are capable of. Okay, bakit? Kasi tayo ay merong pag-iisip. Unlike the animals, they have only instincts. But we as moral agents or human person or human being, meron tayong kapasidad na mag-isip. Meron tayong tinatawag na rationality. So, ang gusto lang naman sabihin ni Mill dito ay we have to look for the higher intellectual pleasure. So, he actually tried to reform utilitarianism so that quality, not just quantity, matters when we evaluate the usefulness of our action. Contrary to Bentham, he actually argues that quality is more preferable than quantity. An excessive quantity of what is otherwise pleasurable might result in pain. For example, our experience of excessive eating or exercising. It can be dangerous actually kapag sobra naman. Nag-enjoy ka sa food pero ang kinakain mo naman ay hindi naman masustansya. You enjoy now, you suffer later. So, but according to him, but eating the right amount of food can be pleasurable, excessive eating may not be. Because in deciding between two comparable pleasures, ang pinaka-importante daw nating ang importante daw nating tingnan ay dapat ma-experience natin yung both. And then later on, we can discover which one actually is more prepared than the other. Kasi wala naman siyang nilagay doon na listahan kung ano yung mga yon. Sabi niya, mas maganda ma-experience na natin yung dalawa klase, then we can recognize or we realize saan ba doon yung mas higher than the other. Now, let us move on to the principle for the greatest number. So, kanina, pinag-usapan natin yung principles of utility and then now is the principle of the greatest number. Nagiging useful lang ang action if it has actually principle for the greatest number. Because utilitarianism cannot lead to selfish acts or pleasure. Hindi ito yung, ay, gusto kong pumatay ng tao kasi, di ba? Yun yung pleasurable sa akin. Then I have to do it. Then it is, my action is useful. It is not like that. Because it is not selfish acts or personal pleasure alone. Ang interest daw dito is everyone's happiness, including our own. In fact, the greatest happiness of the greatest number. Pag sinabi natin the greatest happiness of the greatest number principle, na yung happiness na yung action na naibibigay natin can actually give happiness to the greatest number of people. Ganun lang siya kasimple. So dito, okay, balikan naman natin yung welfare for all, yung welfareism. Because when it comes to the greatest happiness of the greatest number, the welfare of all affected persons are even equal consideration in the process. So everyone is treated the same in terms of their experience of pleasure and pain. According to Mill, the standard is that the agent's greatest on happiness, hindi daw pansarili mong happiness lang. Ang standard daw is the greatest amount of happiness altogether. Now, dito natin pag-usapan yung justice and moral rights according to Mill. So dito, we understand that justice is respect for rights. Okay? Ang hustisya daw ay pagrespeto sa karapatang pangtao, directed towards society's pursuit for the greatest happiness of the greatest number. Okay? Nagbibigay lang naman tayo, ang justice daw, ang hustisya is pagrespeto sa karapatang pangtao, kasi ito daw ay nagpo-pursue doon sa greatest happiness of the greatest number. Ibig sabihin, ang pinaka-goal kasi dito ay magbigay ng greatest happiness of the greatest number. At a right is justified on utilitarian principle in as much as they produce an overall happiness. So, magiging justifiable lang yung right ng isang tao kapag daw it produce an overall happiness that is greater than the unhappiness resulting from their implementation. So, according to Mill, rights referred to the interests that serve general happiness. The right to due process. Ito yung mga rights. The right to free speech or religion. And others are justified because they contribute to the general good. This means that society is made happier if its citizens are able to live their lives knowing that their interests are protected and that society as a whole defends it. Ayon. Yun yung sinabi natin. Meron kang rights kasi nga it gives overall happiness. So a right is justifiable on utilitarian principles in as much as they produce an overall happiness. So, dito na papasok yung tanong. Can we sacrifice several rights as long as yung action natin to sacrifice their rights ay magbibigay ng general good? So, yun yung tanong. Can we sacrifice? For meal, yes, we can sacrifice. Bakit? If it produce, the general good or the welfare of the majority, then yes. Kasi kung yun yung daan para magbigay ng hustisya at happiness, or it can promote the welfare of the majority, then yes, you can do that. You can actually violate the right of a person as long as magbigay siya ng welfare sa kalamihan. So while it can be justified why others violate legal rights, it is an act of injustice to violate individual moral rights. So however, some moral rights can be overridden for the sake of the greater general. So in short, Mill's moral rights and considerations of justice are not absolute. Hindi siya absolute, but are only justified by their consequences to promote the greatest good of the greatest number. Yun kasi ang pinaka-point ni Mill. Kung ang action natin is na-produce it can promote the greatest good of the greatest number, then we can do it, even if it violates that person's right. So to summarize, Bentham and Mill see moral good as pleasure. Pareha sila. Moral good is pleasure. Morally bad is pain. Not merely self-gratification, but also the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. Okay? And in determining the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people, there is no distinction between Bentham and Mill. Okay? Wala silang distinction. But Bentham, in measuring the pleasure of that promote actually the greatest number, the principle of the greatest number, doon sila nagkakaiba. Kasi sa kanya may philosophy calculus, yun yung model niya, which is quantitative. At saka yung kay Mill naman is qualitative model. So, and Mill provides an adequate discourse on rights. He argues that rights are socially interest ng rights that are justified by their contribution to the greatest happiness principle. Okay, as long as it gives and it promotes the greatest number principle, then yes. However, he also claims that in extreme circumstances, respect for individual rights can be overridden to promote the better welfare, especially in circumstances of conflict valuation. So, ito yung pinaka-summary sa utilitarianism. So, I hope that you learned something. And in our assignment, you can actually please list down, analyze the principles of utilitarianism, list down the strengths and weaknesses of this particular ethical theory, and then please apply this ethical theory to current international or local scenarios. Thank you so much and have a good day to all.